Okay, there's no denying that the eHarmony remote control to control all your devices in your entertainment center was one of the best remotes ever made. It's also pretty undeniable that no other remotes can really compare to what the Harmony remotes actually were doing until SofaBaton come on the scene. So they come on the scene right here with their U2 and their X1. But now they have their X2, and that's what we're going to get into in this video right here. So I'll leave links to the X1 and the U2 in the description down below in case you want to go see those reviews out too to help you with your buying decision. And just for full disclaimer, SofaBaton did send this out to me, but they don't get to see this video beforehand. I just do 100% honest reviews, and they like that. No money exchange, no nothing else. They just sent the product out for me to do a review. I love smart tech. I love smart devices. And I'm hoping that this one here, with some new smart gadgets or smart devices I have in my home, this is going to control that as well. But we have, it's a little dirty because, again, I use it for a while here. Here is the U2 right here. So if you just want a basic remote, this right here does just fine. This was actually a really nice addition after the Logitech's went away. My Logitech, unfortunately, it broke, so I don't have it actually to show or compare. But yeah, the U2 was actually a really good remote, very easy, especially for the older generation. This one right here was super easy to deal with and to program and get everything set up. Now saying that, the X1 though is a little bit more advanced, and you have to have a little bit more advanced knowledge, and there's a little bit more programming to it. But again, a very fabulous remote compared to, we don't have the offerings that Logitech Harmony gave us, where SofaBaton is given those options again for us to control everything. I want to have one remote so I can control my TV, my receiver, control everything that I want to control in my entertainment center. But they go a step further, and you can control things in other devices in other rooms. There's so many things you can do with these remotes that is just unbelievable, which is now going to lead us into their X2. The X2, again, this right here is going to be separate IR right here. So this doesn't come with a bundle unless they're selling a bundle. Any links that I find, I'll leave in the description down below. But this right here, this is going to allow more penetration through walls. So if I want to use this remote, for instance, say in my living room and in my bedroom, this right here is going to allow that. Or say I want to control a device in the bedroom while I'm in the living room. Say a light came on, maybe I can control it. I know that you can control hue, Philips Hue lighting from these remotes here. This one here is all new. I haven't even opened it up, haven't got to it yet. That's what we're fixing to do. But yes, having a smart controller like this is 100% to me, if you're making a smart home, a very smart decision. So let's go ahead and get this thing unboxed. All right, we're going to go ahead and start with the IR repeater right here. It is a multi-transmitter design, dual mode for RF and IR. Let's go ahead and open it up. Okay, so right in the box, you do get your user manual. You get the little IR right there. We go. Little bitty cute little thing right there. Look at that thing. Yeah. Got some nice little feet on it. There's your USB right there in the back. And right here should be your charge cable and your USB-C. So you get USB-C to USB-A right here. And then of course your little charge block for it. And then of course your IR plugs right here, which you're gonna plug in right back here. Okay, so let's go ahead and get the X2 unboxed. Okay, so we start with a quick start guide. This is Apple Store and Google Play. Let you know how to connect it right here, little quick setup guide. Your user manual right here. I'm gonna come back to the remote here in just a sec. Get your charge blocks right here. One of the chargers is for the IR hub right here. Again, this is similar to this one right here. This is your extender right here. And of course, I want to see how far of a range we can do. So one of your charge blocks is for this. Then you get, of course, some more of your IRs right here, your infrared. And then, of course, you get your two USB-C to USB-A cables right here. You do get a little reset pin right here. And then, of course, to me, one of the stars of the show is the actual hub to actually recharge this thing 100%. That was one of my negatives on the first one, was it did not have a rechargeable stand, which this one does. And now here is the remote right here. This thing, I'm gonna tell you right now, it has a little bit of weight. I really do like that. I do like it is more grippy than the SofaBaton X1, which was another downfall. It was pretty slick. It felt like it was always gonna fall out of my hand. I do like that weight in here right now. That is super, super nice. I'm really liking that. For just a little bit of comparison, here's the two. This here's the X1, this here's the X2. Thickness wise, it is a lot thinner than the X1, which is nice to see. Again, the weight is heavier, but me personally, I do like that. It's not too heavy though. I do like that. And of course, again, like I said, if you look at the back, we are really smooth right here, where this one right here has that texture here where I'm not scared of it slipping out of my hand and dropping it. All right, other than that, they're about the same length right here. Here's a little bit of the differences. We have an A, B, and C right down here. You still got your red, orange, green, and blue. We have those right here. You got your forward, pause play backwards, forward pause play backwards. You got DVR here, exit here, a mute button, volume channel, back button, home button, hamburger button. Those are all still there. We got an off button right here, off button right here. This back button here is not here no more. I'm going to assume that we're going to be able to touch it right here, and it's going to be on the screen itself, which is going to be nice, little touch screen instead of right at the button. Everything, no trackball. That was also another complaint, is this was not touchscreen. This one here is actually supposed to be full touchscreen right here on the new X2. So let's go ahead and get this thing paired up and connected. Okay, so let's go ahead and start getting everything ready to set up the SofaBaton X2. I mean, it is a really, really nice remote. I mean, I'm loving the touch, but I don't have nothing set up just yet, which we're gonna get to here in just a sec, setting it up, going through the app. But yeah, it's very, very clean. So the first step that we gotta do is we actually have to set up the IR blaster right here, which is your infrared blaster right here. So remember, you got Bluetooth, you got infrared, and you got Wi-Fi. So the remote itself has two IR blasters right here now compared to the X1. The X1 did not have those. So we got to set this one up first. So that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to go ahead and set up the blaster right here, put it in my entertainment center right here, and then we have the repeater right here. Now, what the repeater is going to do, it's going to allow me to put this more in a centralized area within my home where it is going to repeat whatever is going on here with the IR blaster, repeat it, and be able to control all the devices that I need to in my home that I want to control with this. Which, once I do my home assist and get my home integration, instead of using Alexa or Google, I'm going to be doing a home assist. I keep talking about it. I have everything ready to do. I got to get me a little bit of time so I can set it up. But the minute I do that, I have smart blinds, I have smart lights, I have things that hopefully this remote right here will be able to control within my home assistant doing that. So let's go ahead and, so now what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and get everything configured and get all these routed within my entertainment center and get them where they need to be at. Okay, so here's the hub, here's the IR blaster, here's one of them. Here's two of them, and then here's the third one right here. First time turning it on, you get an update. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is you want to find out what device you're using, infrared, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, radio frequency. Go ahead and choose it. So I'm choosing this one for my TV right now. We're going to go ahead and program my TV. You agree to this screen here, and then you go ahead and search your model for your TV, as I am right here. Mine is a 65 UAG. So I found it, so now we gotta do the test. So you hit the power off button, the TV goes off, you hit the power on, TV goes on, and then you know that it's paired to it. So now to ask you where you wanna actually connect it to, what hub do you wanna use? So do you wanna use the remote control, or do you wanna use the actual IR blaster? So the hub or the remote. So you cannot use two of them at the same time. You can only use one or the other. So that's what I'm doing right here. I'm reading to see which one I want to use it with. I actually want to use it with the remote control, since the remote control does have the IR blaster in it now. And then go through, find you an icon, make the name for it, and then do this for each one of your devices. Now, once you choose your device and you get everything set up, you go ahead and hit next. And now what it's going to do is downloading the library for that remote to this remote here. So it's downloading all the codes and the buttons and everything for that device that you have for that remote control. So go ahead and do that for each one of your devices as well. Okay, so right now I have my TV and my Fire Stick right now. I still got my Denon home surround sound and everything else I need to program. But I'm going to show you how to do a quick activity real quick. So now that my TV and my Fire Stick are both on the remote, I'm just going to do something simple real quick just to give you an idea of what things you can do and create an activity on here. So I can sit here and literally use whichever one I want to do. I can click on it right here on the remote and do what I want to do with it if I want. Okay, so now that I have my TV and my Fire Stick both right here on the remote, they've already went over to it. So I'm just going to do a basic activity real quick just to show you these right here. I still got my Denon, I still got my PS5, my Nintendo Switch, my NVIDIA Shield. I still got a few things that I want to program on this, but I want to give you the basic gist of how this actually operates and what an activity is. Because right now from the controller, you can literally click on the Fire Stick and you can sit here, just as you see me on the TV up there, it is going through and it is controlling the Fire Stick, and then of course I can go over to the TV and control it. But now over on the phone, we need to configure these. Alright, so the first thing we need to do is go to power settings. So do you want the hub to automatically control this device power for your activity? Yes, I do. I want the hub to control everything. Whenever I go to activity and I turn, basically what's going to happen is when I hit the power button, my Denon receiver, my TV, and Fire Stick are automatically going to come on underneath one activity. That's what I'm going to have for my normal, this one activity. So yes, I do want to control it. Hit yes. And again, I'm just going to leave everything here. Hit confirm. Okay, now source. We're going to go ahead and set up source configuration now. I do not need to switch an input because it's automatically on my HDMI 3, which is my eARC, which allows everything to go through. So I'm going to click no and hit next. Okay, so now that not configured is not on. So now I'm going to do the same thing with my Fire Stick. Again, depending on what device you're using, you can't just hit confirm. You're going to have to double check yours. Alright, so now both of mine are configured now. So what I'm wanting to do now is I want to create an activity. So I'm going to go ahead and click activity, and then I'm going to go ahead and hit add. Now watch Fire TV or customize. So we're going to hit watch Fire TV, which automatically check both, or I can hit customize and then I can choose which ones I want to do, but mine's going to be watch Fire TV, which is what I'm going to essentially do with this activity. I'm going to hit next. So select the input source for this activity, Fire Stick, no need to switch input, no need to switch input, hit next. Hisense TV comes on, and then the Fire Stick needs to come on as well, because whenever the TV goes off, the Fire Stick goes off, vice versa. Turn them on, they turn them on, hit next. And now it lets you know right here what buttons are used for the Hisense, and of course what buttons are used for the remote. So select the device you want the remote volume button to control. I want it to control the Fire TV because at this point in time, I don't have my Denon receiver. I'm actually going to have another one on here, which is going to be my Denon receiver, and it's actually going to control the volume through that. But for this right now, we're just going to go ahead and I'm going to leave it on the Hisense TV so it can control the TV volume. Hit next. Select the device you want the other remote buttons to control. I want it to control my Fire Stick. I don't want to control my TV while I'm trying to watch, my Fire Stick. Go ahead and hit next. Select the device you want the soft keypad for the remote to control. I don't need none right now. Hit next. Now find you an icon. Let's go ahead and I'm going to do this one as blue. Hit next. And then I'm going to name this Fire TV. And there it is. We got Fire TV. And then of course you can name this right here. And I'm going to name mine Watch TV. Hit complete. So now on the remote right now, it is actually synchronizing, and it just synchronized that activity now. So now what I can do is from the remote itself, go ahead and go back, I have devices. So I have both of my devices here, and then I have sync. You can sync if you need to, and then my activity. Here's my activity. Once I'm on activity, all I have to do is swipe over, and it's going to engage both TV and the Fire Stick, and then I can sit here and of course mess with the volume. So here's the volume right here, going up and down on the TV now. You should be able to see it somewhere right down here, should be the volume. So I can sit here and mess with the TV volume, where once I'm done here in a little bit, it's going to actually be controlled by my Denon receiver right there once I get everything on here. So you can go ahead and click on it. You can add in macros, you can find your keypad, your favorites, whatever you want to do on here, you can do. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and hit off. And now all activities are off, and it just turned my TV off. It turned the Fire Stick off. Everything just got turned off. But if I go ahead and swipe again on the activity, everything just came right back on. Again, you get this off button right here at the top of the remote, and then everything works like it is. Very, very simple. It seems daunting, it seems intuitive, but it's really not. It's not as bad as what it kind of makes it out to be. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete what I just did, and I'm going to redo everything and add in my Denon receiver as well. So remember, you can use more than just one activity though. So like, I can have that activity right there for watch TV. I can make another one where it's play video games, play PlayStation, or this, for instance, for me, I'm going to have one that says video games. And when I click on that, I'll be able to go in between my Nintendo Switch and my PS5. I'll be able to do both. And then I'm going to have another one for my NVIDIA Shield. And again, as soon as I get my home integration with my Home Assist on here, I should be able to get my smart blinds. That way blinds go down. Whenever I hit the activity button, my blinds will go down. Depending on what lights, if there's any new lights on here, I do know the hue lighting. If I change my lights in the ceiling to hue lighting, once I hit that activity, it will dim the lights. Say I name that activity to movie. The minute I slide over on movie, underneath activity, for instance, right here on the controller. So if I have one of my activities named movie time, I can slide it. The blinds will go down, the lights will dim, receiver will come on, TV will come on, and whatever I have set for my streaming device, which is most likely my NVIDIA Shield, is for my movies, and my Fire Stick is just for my TV shows. I know, I'm weird. I have a couple things. I go in between a few of them. But it's just that simple. You just click it, and all them activities can be done with just one click of a button with a remote like this, which is freaking awesome. Okay, so I know it was a little bit long of a video. I just want to give a full detail of what I can do and what most people are going to do. What I'm really excited about now is to get into Home Assistant, which is basically your own home network, and to see what this thing can actually do with that. I've been meaning to get to my home network. I got my little mini PC ready to go. I got everything for it. I just trying to find the time to get it done. But if you want to get it, I want to get into the Home Assistant and getting away from Alexa and Google or any of those, and make my own home network on it. But as far as the X2 here, I mean, the feel of this thing is nice. Going to a touchscreen, that is nice. So, oh man, that's so much better than the little roll wheel on the X1. So much better right there. I show you how easy it is actually to pair your device and how easy it is to make an activity. There's so many other videos, there's so many comments I see on Reddit and other forums of how to create this. It is very simple, and SofaBaton makes it super easy. Logitech was never this easy at all. Logitech was actually a little harder to actually program things. You had to point and do other stuff to it in order for it to do. Be able to download the software from your phone directly from the SofaBaton's app, and then it syncs it right here. Really nice. The repeater, what's really nice about the repeater that I have is I actually have another activity that's for the bedroom. So I actually have this in the middle, and I can take this into the bedroom, and I can control my TV and everything in the bedroom. Again, you can store up to something like 100 different activities. You can have what you want on here. So for me, I have my movie time, I have my game time, and then I have my TV time. That's the 3 activities I have on mine now. And I've been playing around with it for about a week now, and I mean, I'm loving it. The backlit, I mean, You don't have to worry about the battery no more. You just set it on the charger. You don't have to worry about fumbling with the USB and plugging it in and laying around. Not to mention the color. It's not just all black where it gets lost in your couch. It's there, you can see it. So yes, out of all honesty, this thing right here, I believe is worth it if you're wanting to get rid of multiple remote controls and you have a lot of remote controls, especially for theater rooms. I actually don't have a theater room. I have my living room, which is my theater room. But somebody who has a massive theater setup that's running 5 or 6 different amps and receivers and everything else, I mean, to have something like this, I mean, even for just a normal Joe like me, just wanting this to control and get rid of all the remote controls that I have, I mean, it is 100% worth it. Again, I'll leave all links in the description down below. So if you made it this far in the video, thank you very much. I'm Thomas with Tomology. Go ahead and check out right here. See if this one is actually worth your money. Like the SofaBaton, and I'm being for real, this one is worth it, so go ahead and check out here. See if this one's worth it or if it's not worth it. I'm here to bring honest reviews. That's what I'm here for. I'm Thomas with Tomology. I'll catch you in the next one.